Good morning, students. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Maths Bus. I hope you all are doing very well and you're serious about your academics and you are just watching my videos time to time. Today, the topic which I am taking is Arithmetic Progression, Chapter 5, and this is a very interesting topic. Reason being, we have got an application in class 11th also. In 11th we have GP also along with this. So I'm starting with the topic. Before I start, let's take an example. So here let us suppose a boy receives his monthly saving. So in the first month he get 100 rupees, in the second month he get 120, in the third month he's getting 140 and so on. As far as the second example is concerned, here I am writing the number of squares. Like when we have one square or then how many how we can write this is one square. Here what we are doing it, we are dividing a square in 4 squares. So basically this is 2 square is equal to 4. The same way we have divided a square of 3 by 3 in 9 squares. So on, if you continue with the same pattern, the further is going to be 5 and this is this way it will keep continuing. Third example is we are taking the, you can say, reproduction of the rabbit. It happens like initially we have we have 2 rabbits, then they become like we have the gathering of 2, then further there you can say the population increases, it moves to 3, then moves to 5 and so on. So if you observe these patterns, there is no similarity, there is no continuity. Like here in the first case, the second term is received by adding 20. Okay, the succeeding term is received by adding 20 to the previous term. And as far as this term is concerned, now this is what it is, a square of its succeeding number. Square of 1, square of 2, square of 3 and so on. Moving to next, if you notice this term very carefully, this is very interesting pattern. And this is 1 plus 1, this is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2. Like the next term, succeeding term is obtained by adding the preceding term. So here what are this called? This is called a pattern. Now in this class, what is arithmetic progression? Here this pattern, that is getting a next number, is not very fixed. You are getting the next term by various pattern. But in case of arithmetic progression, how do we find the succeeding term? Succeeding term, now first of all, each number is a term. Okay, just try to understand, like this is first term, this is second term, third term and so on. So succeeding term is achieved by, or you can say can be obtained by adding a fixed number to the previous term, subtracting a fixed number, or putting nothing. Like if you see this is 3, 3, 3, 3, it's constant. What are you adding? You're adding 0. You're not adding. So I mean to say, here if you see, again we have few examples, we have various term. First term, this is succeeding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a natural number. Now here 170, 40, this is a decreasing term and this is decreasing by a constant difference. Means the difference between 2 continuous term is constant. Same way the difference between 2 continuous term is constant. Here also if you see, the difference between 2 constant term is plus 1. So we'll just start with the definition of arithmetic progression. What do you mean by arithmetic progression? So arithmetic progression, what exactly is this? We'll summarize. It is a list of numbers where each number, that is the succeeding number, is obtained by adding a fixed term to the preceding number, except first term, because first term is already the number which from where we start with. So here this fixed term is called the common difference of NAP. Common difference means we have all the various terms, so the difference between any 2 terms is going to be common. Now this common difference can be positive, it can be negative, or it can be 0 also. This is very, very important, because if somebody asks what can be the common difference, can it be negative? So it can be in MCQ, yes, it can be negative also, it can be 0 also. Now here how do we define, like these are A1, A2, A3, dash, 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 AN. What is this? This is called, A1 stands for first term, A2 stands for second term. So this is a symbolic presentation for the terms of an arithmetic progression. AN is the, you can say, nth term. Now the difference between two consecutive terms, that is a2 minus a1 is d, a3 minus a2 is d, and an minus 1 is d. It means you pick up any two terms, their difference is going to be same. Now here another example we have taken, like height of the student 147, 148, 149. We have picked up the 3 students and their height recorded is this. If you see, they come out to be in AP. Same way, balance in the bank, here we see that this is after deduction. The balance is like this is but when we are withdrawing money, balance in the bank is this. Now here we are dealing with a finite AP. Finite AP means we have fixed number of terms. The examples which I took it in the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4 dash dash dash, this, that is a set of natural number, that was infinite AP. Infinite AP means where the last term is not fixed. This is not decided. But when we have the fixed number of terms, then this is said to be finite AP. How do we define AP? A stands for the first term and D stands for the common difference. Now if suppose I am finding out the terms, so this is first term, second term is A plus D, you are adding the common difference. Common difference can be negative also. Now what should be the next term? Again I am adding D, so this becomes D plus D, that is 2D, this becomes 3D, this becomes 4D, and so on. The important part is this is first term, this is second term, this is third term, and this is fourth term. So here this is our AP. Now we'll take few questions based on this. So we'll take few questions from the exercise 5.1. Here in the first of the question, we have to determine whether the given statement and the word problem is this an AP or not. Question number 1, part 1. The taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. So it means what? It means in the beginning 15 rupees is being charged, and for further kilometer 8 rupees is charged continuously. So it means for another kilometer 8 kilometer, for another 2 kilometer 8 plus 8. So if you see, we are having the continuous, the common difference is 8 in all the succeeding term. So this is an AP. Yes, it's correct. If you move to the second part, it says the amount of air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. So what we do, we take the volume of the cylinder in the beginning as V, 1/4 of the volume is removed. So if 1/4 is removed, 3/4 is left. So 3/4 of volume is left. In the next case, again 1/4 is removed. So 1/4 of 3/4 is 3/16. Now this 3/16, this is removed. So what was the earlier? Earlier it was 3/4. So we'll take the difference. We'll take the difference of 3/4 and 3/16. The difference comes out to be 9/16, which can be written as 3/4 square. So 3/4 square V. So you can see this is not following the difference. This is following the ratio. So here this is not an AP. In fact, this is a GP. So we'll write this is not an AP because the common difference between two consecutive terms is not same. Coming to question number 2, it's a good question. You have to write first 4 terms. You have been given the first term, you have been given the common difference. So simple. Now if you see, this is A is 10, D is 10. So what is the first term? First term is the term itself. Fine. What is the second term? You will add common difference to this. So this becomes 10 plus 10, that is 20. What is the third term? This is 10 plus 10 times 2, that is 30. What is the fourth term? This is 10 plus 10 into 3, that is 40. So this way we can get 4 terms. Now here when the common difference is 0, then like it is 0. So we have all the terms same. If you take third, again first term is the term itself. Second term is you will add common difference to this. So 4 minus 3 is 1. Third term A plus 2D, that is 4 plus 2 into minus 3. So 4 minus 6 is what? Minus 2. Moving to fourth term, A plus 3D. So what is the first term? 4 plus 3 into minus 3. So this way you can find out the fourth term. And you know, fourth, you can find any term. The only thing is you have to just see the relation. If it is third, this is a plus 2d. So if it is fifth term, this is a plus 4d. Now here, okay, after this I'll take third and fourth question. So I'll just take one part of each, and then you can do the remaining parts yourself. So here I'm taking third question, and the first part, it says write the first term and their common difference. As far as the first term is concerned, very simple, whatever the first number is coming, that is the first term. So you can write, this is first term. Common difference, how do we find common difference? Difference between two consecutive terms. So D is equal to, here this is A1, this is A2, this is A3, this is A4. So what is D? A2 minus A1. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2. Simple. Coming to this part, your first term is minus 5. What is D? Same way, A1, A2, A3, A4. It's not necessary that you will subtract A2 minus A1. You can subtract A4 minus A3 also, A3 minus A2 also. Because common difference is the difference between two consecutive terms. So if I take this, because you know, I find it's easy to subtract positive numbers. So A4 minus A3. This is 7 minus 3. That is 4. Correct. So simple. Moving to the last question, it says we have to find whether these are an AP. So we have to just check out whether the given sequence, whether the given pattern is an AP. If yes, we'll write, we'll just find out the common difference and we'll write 3 next term, number 1. Now here if you see the first part, this is A1, this is A2, this is A3, A4. How do we decide this is an AP? The common difference, if it is same, then this is an AP. So it means you have to just check the common difference between first two term and the next two term. So here D is 4. What you can do is you will find A2 minus A1, 4 minus 2. This is 2. A3 minus A2. This is 4. No, this is not an AP. It's not an AP. Okay. So it's not an AP. Moving to next. This is your first term. This is your second term, third term and fourth term. Now here we will find the common difference. A2 minus A1, that is minus 6 minus 10. So this becomes 4. Same way A3 minus A2. We will not write common difference because until unless it's coming same, this is 4. So yes, it's an AP. Now it says find out the next 3 terms. So how do we find next 3 terms? By adding common difference. So here this is 2. So my A5th is 2 plus 4. What is A6? 6 plus 4. What is A7? 10 plus 4. So this way we can find the respective AP. I hope this topic is clear, and I must say children, just spend some time, try to understand, and because if you understand, you can connect with the other topic also. Thank you and have a nice day.